very much more all around information and entertainment news.
Imagine if you had a place where you could get the latest entertaining gist in the music industry here. In fact, in the entire Nigerian industry. Imagine if you had a place like that online. Well, that's what we offer you here at The Crux on Novice to Start TV. Welcome once again. My name is Story and you are at the right place. Now, today I've got two categories of gist for you guys. I've got the sweet gist and the not so sweet gist. But I'll let you make that decision right after I'm done giving you all of the gist. I'll be right back. To start off our gist for today, we'll be talking about Mr. P, aka Peter Okoye, member of the now defunct, or should I say former member of the now defunct PSquare duo. Now, we know that sibling rivalry is something that a lot of families have to go through, and this actually has caused one of the biggest celebrity fights we've ever had in Nigeria between two brothers, PSquare, Peter, and Paul. Now, in a recent interview with Hit TV, Peter Okoye, Mr. P actually said that he's a lot better now that he's alone. He's freer, he's more independent, you know, he doesn't have to share his earnings with anybody. Do you think that's great? Well, he actually said if you call it greed or selfishness, that's your cup of tea. For him, he's a lot more comfortable being able to make decisions for himself, especially decisions that have to do with money making and, you know, going to shows or performing or whatever. Of course, this is in the wake of his latest album, The Prodigal. Remember that you can download the song, this album, from our link that we'll provide for you in the description box. Moving on from Mr. P, let us talk about Davido. Woo! He now has the most following on Instagram at 20 million people following him. My goodness, Adeleke, good one for you. He is the most followed African musician right now. Of course, we know that Mohamed Salah is the most followed African, you know, the Egyptian footballer. He is more followed than any other African. But of course, Davido topped the charts from this part of the world. He is very good at what he does. Now, talking about Davido making wins and keeping it big, remember his song Fall, his single from 2017. That song now has over 1.5 million units sold worldwide and over 200 million, or exactly 200 million views on YouTube, making it the most viewed video and the most listened to Afro song right now. It's a big deal, you guys. It's a big deal. Apparently, the fame is falling on him more and more and more. Alright, still on artists with great impact in the music industry, Wizkid, in a recent interview with Puma and JD, actually confessed that his dream collaboration would have been with Fela Anikulapo Kuti and Bob Marley. Ooh. Of course, for someone with so much artistry when it comes to music making, I was not surprised when I heard that. I'm like, of course. Wizkid puts his all when he's making a song, when he's making an album, when he's recording, and it is beautiful, it is artistic, he is good at what he does. Now, for a musician like that, of course his dream collabos, of course the people he would look up to would be Fela and Bob Marley. It is really sad that Wizkid doesn't have that chance anymore because these guys are dead, so yeah. Anyway, now we're going to talk about Don Jazzy. And you're going to tell me if this is petty or not. Now, a follower or a Twitter user actually tweeted to Don Jazzy. He, you know, put up Don Jazzy's name or account, excuse me, and said, yo, Don Jazzy, you should listen to me. I'm very good. I'm paraphrasing that. And then Don Jazzy goes to say, oh, I totally would have listened to you, but you're not following me on Twitter. Like, you see, in a recent video we did, which the link will be provided for you, you know, where it should be, we said one of the ways to get a contract with Maven's boss is to follow every Maven staff on social media. Apparently, it is true. This guy should have followed Don Jazzy before trying to say, please listen to me, because Don Jazzy wants to be followed and he doesn't mind being petty. From someone who is very petty on a number of occasions, like right here, Queen Petiana, I don't think he was petty. I think he was just saying, look, this is my standard, stick to it or not. Do you think Don Jazzy was being petty? Do you think he should have just given the guy a chance to say, okay, let me listen to you, then you can follow me right after? Remember, this is all opinions, so there is no wrong or right answer. And don't also remember that you can tell me which part of the gist is sweet and not so sweet right after the show. I'll be right back. Instagram comedian and social media influencer Oliver Nwagbo Chidera, aka Panky Roy, has recently been arrested by operatives of the Lagos Zonal Office of the EFCC. That was a mouthful. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission recently got this guy for alleged internet fraud. Apparently, he's been into Bitcoin scam, and he also admitted to that, to say yes, he got right into that owing to depression. Oof, this is a lot. I mean, nobody saw this coming, or did you? Did you? I will not say any more on that subject. I'm just going to say that EFCC recovered a Mercedes-Benz worth 36 million naira. And the guy is suspected to have over 22.3 million naira in his Bitcoin account. That is a lot of money. Woof! But of course, you know that that's a lot of money. So do you think he saw this coming, or this was, supposed to happen to him? I will not say any more on the subject. You just tell me what you think in the comment section. Now, finally, we know that politics and entertainment is not a very usual mix. And of course, when it involves a sordid affair of blackmail, it just becomes a lot more weird and unusual. Well, that's what we have with, Minister of State for Employment and Labor, Festus Keyamo. He's actually going head to head with our very own Idris Abdul Karim, the Nigeria Jaga Jaga Krona. Now, that song was done back in 2004. I vibed to that song. I danced. I boogied to it. He recently did a remix with Mr. Raw and Mada Rocker. And in the song, he came for Festus Keyamo with a line that irked the minister to say, where Festus dey sef, him don't join the cabal, or something of that nature. Now, Festus was like, don't you ever come at me like that. So he released screenshots of messages between him and Abdul Karim. Note to self, never ever leave undeleted any message you sent to someone that could hold you down or hold you back in the future. I hope you told yourself that note too, because that's what's happening to Idris right now. The minister's coming out with so much evidence to say, look, you are at fault for coming at me like this. And Idris, of course, came back to say, no, you are at fault. They're going back to back with this, and it's not very juicy, it's not very interesting, but I'm going to let you make that decision. If you want the full gist of this story, you can get the link here in the description box. You guys have been amazing to have stayed this long. My goodness, I'm already very excited talking, It happens to me all the time, every time, I have to do this. Don't forget to tell me and categorize this gist. All of them I've told you about. We talked about Wizkid, Davido, Panky Roy, Keyamo, Idris. Who else did we talk about? Mr. P. Please tell me what you think down in the comment section. My name is Story. This is Novice to Start TV, The Cross. Thank you for watching.